According to one rapper, Diddy had bad energy. Diddy had bad mojo. Diddy was giving off bad vibes. And this was even before his houses were raided. This one rapper had a meeting set up. Someone asked him, did he want to meet Diddy? And he was elated. Yes, I want to meet Diddy. I always wanted to meet Diddy, someone of his status in the game. As he was proceeding to meet Diddy, actually walking down the hallway to meet Diddy, going to Diddy's office, he had a change of heart. He started feeling bad vibes, bad energy, and in fact turned right around and did not meet Diddy. He said he couldn't feel, it didn't feel right. He said Diddy felt, it just felt like he had bad mojo. And check this out. This was even before the house raids of Diddy. This was before Cassie dropped the first lawsuit. Does Diddy have bad mojo? Was Diddy already headed toward this disaster? Was he already giving off the negative energy? Stay tuned.
Don't nobody go in the bathroom for about 35, 45 minutes.
You done fucked up, you know that, don't you?
You got knocked the fuck out! What's happening?
Now, country rap artist Jelly Roll, he's a firm believer in keeping the energy real. He's a firm believer in following your gut feeling. So here's the thing. He's a firm believer in that your vibes, rolling with good vibes, positive energy. And the reason I like this, because I truly and firmly believe that when you're truly aligned with your truth, words, thoughts, and actions align with your truth, you can actually follow your energy. Your energy will lead you perfectly. Now, according to Jelly Roll, he was initially excited to meet Diddy, as any up-and-coming artist should be, right? But as he proceeded to go down the hallway to meet Diddy, he had a change of heart. He started feeling unrest on the inside. His gut started telling him this is not a good idea. And he followed his gut and didn't meet Diddy. And then months later, it came out that Diddy's houses were raided. And he was so thankful that he didn't put that on footage, taking pictures with Diddy and meeting with Diddy and probably putting it on social media. So good for you, Jelly Roll. Now, one thing I do know is that energy is real. Everything in life is energy. Now, I know what you be asking. Well, how are we energy and we're solid? Well, we're really not solid. We just look this way. And the reason we all look different, human beings as well as objects and things and materialism, we are all comprised of energy. But the reason we looked in our shape different is because we're made up of different vibrational sequences. And that's why we get a different result visually. But everything in life is energy. So good for you, Jelly Roll, to align with your energy. Now, Jelly Roll discussed that Diddy situation on the Cancel with Tana Mongeau podcast. So he was asked, he was doing a podcast and he, dropped this bombshell out about Diddy. Now, Jelly Roll says he had to trust his gut, that the vibes were off, and pass on the opportunity. This is big because a up-and-coming artist wants nothing more than to meet someone that's in a place that they want to get to. So for him to turn this down shows a great level of character and an inability, unwillingness to compromise his standards and his inner convictions. So good for you, Jelly Roll. Now, this was the initial question that the Tana, the host of the podcast, asked Jelly Roll. She initially asked him if there were any celebrities that he didn't get along with or he felt were giving Illuminati or dark side vibes. Now, Jelly Roll initially said that his intentions were not to target, upset anyone, or start trouble. And Jelly Roll told the story about almost meeting Diddy. But one thing Jelly Roll didn't take into account is he made a joke, a very tasteless joke, and he had backlash as a result. See, Jelly Roll then awkwardly joked, who don't want to meet the guy that got Tupac killed? See, Jelly Roll just took a situation that was based on energy and personal feeling, and he made it a little more deep and a little more controversial with that joke, that tasteless joke about Tupac's death. Irregardless if Diddy allegedly had something to do with it or not, it was tasteless and it was not the right time for it. But Jelly Roll added that many things don't irritate his gut feeling, but meeting Diddy was one thing that did irritate his gut. What makes this so crazy is that this occurred before Cassie filed the lawsuit against Diddy. So Jelly Roll's gut feeling was accurate and he had no outside influence. This is something.
My God.
Behavior don't lie. And behavior is not just external. You got private behavior too. You know, and Jelly Roll felt Diddy's energy and he didn't know why it felt off. But whenever you feel something off about someone's energy, you don't have to know why. Just follow your gut feeling and disconnect from it, get away from it, because nothing good is going to come out of it. But here's the thing. It's not all about negativity for Diddy, because he also got some support. And you won't believe who came out in the boldest kind of way to support Diddy. You're not going to believe this. Jason Derulo. Yes, Jason Derulo came out boldly in support of Diddy. Now Jason says that Diddy shouldn't be persecuted by police until all the facts are in. And the facts aren't all in. See, when I initially read this, I'm like, oh, wow, okay. Diddy getting some support from people that I didn't even know were in Diddy's circle. I didn't know that Jason, not Justin, but Jason, I didn't know he and Diddy had a connection. But obviously they do, but he's coming out to support Diddy in a very bold way. Now, I ask myself, why would he be so bold? Why is he coming out when Diddy's some of his close friends that are much more, prestigious on the rap ladder? Why aren't they coming out? And you got Jason Derulo coming out. Like, what is this all about? So it led me to ask myself some questions. And the first question was that this seems a little convenient for Diddy. Don't you think? Almost the same way that Stevie J, his friend, is coming out, but he's more of a puppet. But I have to ask myself, is Jason Derulo also a puppet? And then I ask myself more questions. Is this really how Jason feels, or is he being forced to do it? Because once I read that Jason, when I was reading, and Jason actually came into the industry working, doing some writing for Diddy. So you got to ask yourself, when Jason worked with Diddy, did Jason attend the freak-offs also? I mean, this is what Diddy does. Diddy doesn't discriminate with anyone. He makes sure that he try to take everyone through this process, making them sell their soul, making them compromise who they are for his own benefit and in his own game. That's what narcissists do. So you got to ask yourself that about Jason. Was Jason also groomed by Diddy? I don't know, but it's something that's urging him to come out boldly in support of Diddy. Now, these are just some of the questions that came to my mind. Jason believes Diddy should be given grace until or if more evidence comes out. Now, I respect Jason's view. And if this is truly from the heart, genuine from the heart, I respect it. And it's kind of accurate. But it's hard to ignore some of the claims and some of the allegations that are being made against Diddy. And it's hard to show someone grace when they've done this much harm, allegedly, and this much damage to a host of other people. Now, if for nothing else, this is a very bold move by Jason Derulo, but I'm uncertain if it's a smart move. I don't think it's a smart move. Now, considering most of all of Diddy's friends have been as quiet as a mouse about all of these allegations, and for a fact that they've been connected with Diddy in many different capacities, and they're still quiet as a mouse. And in my view, they're quiet because when people go to a party, when people want to have a good time, they usually drink or take some kind of drugs to help them relax and have a good time. They don't know or expect that a narcissist is recording all of it in order to incriminate them or get them on record acting out of character. So this is the problem with all of this. But why is Jason being so bold and loyal to Diddy? Time will tell. Now, Jason started out in the industry in the 2000s, and he was a writer. He was writing music for Diddy and Diddy's colleagues. So again, seeing how Rodney Jones coming out with these allegations when he came up kind of similar to Jason Derulo. So if these allegations are true that Rodney Jones is saying and all these, a host of other people in this whole this system that Diddy implements, this freak-off system in which he converts people to sell their soul and compromise who they are, their convictions and their principles, why wouldn't he have done this to Jason Derulo? Just questions. But again, this thing is coming from all angles on Diddy. And I'm not sure. But again, all of these things, a lot of these things are sounding really similar. And I think Diddy's guilty. I do, of a lot of it, of these allegations, but I'm just one opinion. What's your thoughts? Is Jason Derulo being too bold? Is he being forced to come out and support Diddy? Probably almost like Stevie J is. He's just a puppet. But these are some of the questions that come up. Time will tell, but I can tell you that energy is real. Energy is real. Everything in life is energy. We're not just physical beings here living on earth having a spiritual experience. We're spiritual beings here living on earth having a spiritual experience. The only time we come out of the spirit is when we operate through pride or ego. Yes. Stay away from the pride, because pride comes before the fall. Stay away from egoism. Operate in gratitude and in humility. Until next time, listen, I thank you so much for watching. Until next time, be great. And more importantly, be blessed.